Good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar of Heartfulness Wellness called Dance, the Rhythm of Life. Dance has various forms in different countries and cultures. But what unites it is no matter what or where people come from and no matter what they're doing in their life, dance gives a sense of fulfillment and a sense of living for yourself. Let us today try and put to words how dance has and can transform many of our lives. This webinar especially is for the ones who want to start dancing and have not got any direction till today. Hi, my name is Poorvi and I have been really lucky to host today's session as I myself am a trained Bharatanatyam dancer since the age of 3. But because I got caught up with the normal race and pace of life of this world, I left dancing just as a hobby. Dancing still is really close to my heart, and I really hope after today's session, I'm able to revive that part of me again. So without further ado, let us start with yet another webinar with these two beautiful souls we have with us today who are creative, passionate, and full of joy. The most important thing is that they have listened to their heart and followed it to become the amazing dancers they are today. So I introduce our first speaker. Her name is Benedetta. She's a choreographer, dancer, and trainer at Brighter Minds. She came in touch with dancing at an early age of 13, and she has more than 10 years of professional experience. She's trained in Paris, she's trained in London and Los Angeles. She saw a peak in her career as a dancer from 2010 to 2014 when she was in Paris. 2015 and 16, she obtained a scholarship at the RK Dance School. Graduated in the Academy of Contemporary Dance in 2015. She collaborates as a choreographer, started a new adventure with the program Brighter Minds, a program for children that enhances their cognitive skills and their holistic potential linked with their heart. She has trained around 2,000 children since then. Welcome, Benedetta. Thank you for being here with us today. I go on to my next speaker, Mrs. Shilpa Srinivasan. She's a dancer, choreographer, and head of Department of Performing Arts in the Lalaji Memorial Omega International School, which is in Chennai. She is a Bharatanatyam dancer, a Hindustani classical vocalist, and a choreographer. A dance professional with over 25 years of experience. She has learned dance under the Padma Bhushan Guru Shri C.V. Chandrasekhar and has also extensively trained by Guru Rama Shrikant from Vadodara. From over 15 years, she's at Lalaji Memorial Ashram and she's been involved with developing various new concepts, ideas, and curriculum development approaches with integrated dancing, music, and theatre as an approach for joyful learning and holistic development of the children. Along with her team of teachers and students, she's actively engaged in organizing public events, concerts involving eminent artists from all over India. She's also a practitioner of heartfulness meditation since the last 2 decades. Welcome, ma'am. Welcome for this webinar. And I really thank you both for being here today. So we start with the first question, I think, which goes for both of you because we want to know both of your journeys in dance. So being a dancer is not a mainstream choice of career, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, that's what I did with myself. So we would love to hear your journeys as dancers. How did you choose this for yourself? When did you know that this is what you want to do for life? So can we start with Shilpa ma'am first?
Yeah, hi Poorvi. My humble pranams to everybody here. I started dance at the tender age of 5 under Padma Bhushan Guru Sir C.V. Chandrasekhar, and I continued my intensive training with Guru Srimati Rama Shrikant, Director, Ellora Center for Performing Arts, Vadodara, Gujarat. For me, the way my teacher brought dance to me was very different. And Rama Auntie, as we all very affectionately call her, she is a very passionate dancer. So she never taught dance as a subject, as in you have to excel, and then tomorrow you have to perform and then become a star. So there was nothing of that sort. So she brought dance in a very beautiful way, uh, very loving and passionate way. The atmosphere created and the connect that she had with us was very different. So I guess that's where my love for the art started. Uh, I am very fond of sweets. So whenever I used to like as the youth today is very particular about their fitness, I too was. Uh, and whenever I used to go for my class, she used to say, Shilpa, I have sweets for you in the fridge. Don't worry about the fitness, I'll take care of it. So why I'm saying this is the connect that she developed was very different. And that led me to an intensive training in dance. My love for the art started there. And as far as my career is concerned, uh, when I started teaching, I discovered a new face of me every day. So at Omega International School, I teach children from the age of 5 to the age of 17. So every day they come and they challenge me. They say, "Ma'am, why not like this? Can't I do it this way? Can't it be done that way?" So for me, it was seeing a new face of myself every day. And in the whole process, when my journey got converted to my profession, I never realized. So that's the beauty of the art. It can involve you to the to an extent where you go beyond yourself.
Thank you so
That's
much. Thank you so much. Benedetta, you want to go next?
Yes. Hello, everyone. Thank you for hosting me here. It's really a pleasure to be with you all. And for me, dance was really a surprise in my life because actually I started when I was 13 years old. So I usually do a lot of sports since I'm young with my sister. I have a twin sister, and at that moment of at this time, we were switching sports every 5 years, and it came to the moment that we didn't know what to do, and so we had some friends that started to dance too, and so we went together to take this class and to experience this new discipline. And actually, when we came into the class and just did this hour of dance, we really felt in love. I really felt in love with the music, with the movement. It was really such a joy to be there in the classrooms with all the other girls and with the teacher. And so really dance, it wasn't something that I planned to do. It started as casually in my life. But actually, since the first classes I taken, it was really really, it puts a mark in my heart. And since that time, I started to get really passionate from it. And really, I have to admit that I wasn't really, how to say, the best coordinated person in the world. So I didn't have the skills of a dancer. I didn't have the flexibility. I didn't have the lines. But I was so joyful when I danced that it was as I been in another dimension. So that makes me go on to do this. And with my first trip in Los Angeles when I was 18 years old, I had this full month of training with all my dance group in Los Angeles, and we were training like 7-8 hours per day. And at that time, I said, yes, now I know what I want to do in my life. I want to do this every day. And so in some years later, I just moved from when I finished my studies. I was really pushed and by my mom to keep on dancing. She was really happy to come to the shows and to see me, because I think we were really sharing this joy through dance. No, she was really see my love. And so she pushed me to continue, and so I moved to Paris, where I stayed for 4 years. And this was the part that it became my job. Even if it was my job, it was primarily really my passion. And as also Mr. Shilpa said, another phase came in my life when I started teaching, and it was the phase when I did this trip in India for the first time. I was in a children's center with 200 children that were running all around. But somebody asked me, do you want to give a hip hop class to them? And I was really scared because actually I didn't know that then that teaching would be really a passion after. So really shyly I said yes, okay. And I was really pervaded by a feeling of joy and love. They were just emanating, and that phase came that I said to myself, yes, I want to be with children every time, so I want to be a dance teacher. And now that's what I'm doing most of the time.
Thank you so much. That was wonderful. I really wish I had the same connection with my guru and the same love you both have for the dance and the skill. I really wish I had that when I was younger. But I don't think it's too late for me. Okay, so my next question is to Benedetta. So dance is all about creativity, right? How are you able to constantly be creative and enhance your creativity? Do you ever feel that it is getting stagnant?
Okay, so yes, I think it's normal to have this feeling also. But what I feel is it's important is that we can learn from anything. We can get inspiration from anything. So even if we have this period where we are stuck into something and nothing goes out from your body, from your soul, in your movement, but every time we face reality with that curiosity and with the openness and with interest, I think that inspiration can really come at any moment. And I think if I can suggest something to myself in the past and also now, and to all the people that are listening now to us, I would say that really inspiration can come with anything. And I can see it mostly when I'm with children. And even if sometimes you're looking to babies, they are already dancing when they are just some months old, they are moving and they're dancing. And if we can take this inspiration even from the nature, it would be, I think that it's not, there's never a hand for creativity. So it happened that sometimes we are stuck, but I think that the fact to be open and to be always aiming to do something and to be better and to move on, it's the fact that makes us to be inspired and to create something new.
You mentioned something about getting inspired from nature. So can you elaborate a bit on that?
Yes, because like for example, if we see birds in the sky, even when they are alone, they fly, and every time they change rhythm with their wings. And after they stop in the air, it seems they are stopping, but after it's like they are taking a balance into losing their balance. And for example, when they also come together, they turn around each other, and after they separate, and after they come back again, and they play like this, the birds. But we can also see the elements of nature. In contemporary dance, we use a lot of this kind of inspiration from nature. We can see the air, the wind, the water, how they move, and it's nice to that with our imagination and with also our feelings and perceptions, connecting with the inner reality that it's more inside of us, we really can, how to say, mutate, change our form, our physical form can really change. And if we try to really to connect, we have all these elements inside of us. So actually they can be expressed also through the dance. The nature can be expressed through the dance.
Thank you. That's a great idea, actually. Thank you.
I would just want to add on to what Benedetta said.
Yes, ma'am.
See, creativity, I feel if you have to talk in terms of today's language, it's like your mobile recharge, you know. If you charge your mobile, you have access to all the apps, opportunities galore, you can explore anything, and all is there within. But if your charge expires or you don't have enough money to be able to explore, so that is where the problem is. So if you allow your creative brain to stagnate for a long time, don't charge it to be able to explore, then that's where the problem is. All of us are terribly creative. It's all about how we recharge ourselves with our creative instincts.
Very true, ma'am. Really true. Okay, ma'am, the next question is for you. A lot of people do not try dancing because they feel they are non-dancers, they have two left feet, including my mom. Uh, is the passion for dancing and the skill for dancing inborn, or if someone says they are non-dancers, can they imbibe this skill over time?
Okay, so as you just said, as we were all discussing, dance is all about creativity. So, and I strongly believe that every one of us is very creative, which means everybody is a dancer. It's all about, I believe, it's all about the passion and the intensity, with which you learn an art or perform. That differs from person to person. But the talent is there within, and it's about how you allow to flower it. And I think that's why it works best with children, because they don't have any inhibitions. They're very joyful from within, so they don't really feel that I have to perfection this step and this is supposed to be my attitude and this is how sure the outcome of the performance has to be. They don't have those barricades, so they are able to explore the art form very easily. And I would want to express my gratitude to my parents, who allowed me to explore all different art forms. Uh, I have, experienced drawing, music, dance, theater to some extent. And that's when I realized that, okay, I think I'm tending a little more towards dance. I'm responding more to this art form. My inner self is connecting more to this art form. So it's about, I think, time where you figure out what works best with you. And I think that's what we've been doing at Omega International School also. So at the tender age, if you are able to give an exposure to children, allowing them to get a flavor of all these art forms, whether it is visual arts, performing arts, sculpture, theatre, their creative brains are in full swing, and then they can slowly but steadily decide where their connect lies the most.
I remember that's why when my mom put me into dancing at a very early age of 3, and I was a very carefree person. I think it's just over time we put a lot of boundaries around us and we feel very conscious about ourselves as we grow older. So I think we need to shed that and behave like kids again to start dancing from our heart. So I think that's very
Very true.
important. Yeah. Okay, so my next question is for Benedetta. With the ongoing situation of the pandemic, where everybody is stuck at home, there are lockdowns in most of the countries all around the world. Will we be seeing more of online classes so that everybody can continue learning and dancing? Is that going to be the future of the dance?
For my answer, I can say hopefully not, because I think being together is really important in this exchange. We are, as human beings, we are really transmitter of energy, and even if by distance we can do it, but I think that for dance it's different, because it's about sharing, and it's about togetherness. So I think it can be a solution for now, but hopefully, really, I really wish that we can meet together again in the dance class, or even on the dance floor, because it happens to me that when we go to festivals or we go somewhere that we have the music and we can dance together, even between people who are not professional dancers, there's something really profound that creates the fact of being together and dancing together. It's like really a silent form of communication and exchanging. And as you said, when we don't have these walls, mind walls, walls in our mind, and we just let our inner self to express, it's really about sharing and about connection in a different way. So I really hope that we can really enjoy time together, dancing together in reality, and not just on the online.
Yes, I think we all are hoping for that, and I really hope I meet you both so that I can dance with you both soon. So that's a wish which I have. And we go to our next question. That's for Shilpa ma'am. When I was dancing for almost 5 to 7 hours per day, my guru would tell me to focus a lot on balancing, which I never understood at that age. Is it that the dance needs balancing skills, or does dance enhance those balancing skills in you and not just physically?
The physical balance aspect, where you need to be physically fit. Of course, it is a means to develop fitness as well. But as you go to the extreme movements where it actually requires the proper balance and toning of your body, so that's where you definitely require practice and efforts, dedicated efforts in that direction. Uh, as far as the other aspect of balancing is concerned, I think it's one of the most beautiful art forms to develop an inner balance. Uh, it helps you to maintain not only your mental, physical, emotional, and social balance. So why I say this is, you are a dancer, I'm sure you'll agree with this, that when a dancer is on stage, she has to focus on one side, there is the rhythm going on, or the orchestra, or the music that's being played. On the other side, you have to watch your space when you're performing. You need to connect with your fellow dancers. You need to connect with your own self. And finally, and most importantly, connect with the audience. So a dancer is trained to, simultaneously work in all these different angles. So that's where your brain is tuned to working in different directions at the same time. So that's where the dancer has an upper hand. And so this is where you mentally balance yourself. As far as emotional balance is concerned, it's a, as we were talking about, it's a very beautiful way to express and communicate yourself. So if you are angry, you do an aggressive dance. If you are, if you're in a happy mood, like kids, they don't know what anger is. Just turn on the music and they start jumping. So so I think dancers, it's a boon where it keeps you away from anxiety, depression, all these kinds of aspects. which is gripping the world and the youth more today. So that's about the emotional balance and social. You don't need to talk about dance. It connects people. It brings people together. And I would want to say that not only as a performer, it has the ability to transport you to a different world, but it has the power to transport the person on the other side as well. So that's where a person gets involved in watching a performance. It's as good as that person performing. So I think that's where the connectivity lies, and as Benedetta said, it's all about coming together. So that's where the social aspect is. So dance is all in all about balance.
That's very, very, very true, because when I'm stressed, I dance. When I'm stressed, I watch dance videos which make me feel calm and happy from inside. So, yes, I totally get what you're saying. Okay, so the next question is for Benedetta. I remember being the youngest dancer in my classical dancing troupe. And while growing up, I was very keen for other forms of dance like hip hop and contemporary and Bollywood, because we come from Mumbai, India. So Bollywood is at the peak here. But I was focused completely on Bharatanatyam because I did not have the time for anything else. So, what do you feel is the correct age for the kids to start dancing, and how do the parents help the children choose the right form of dance?
It's a nice question what you're asking, because as how to say, my experience, I think it's really different from classical dance. So I would say there's no ages for start, because I also know some ballet dancer who has really a great career and started at 18 years old. But at the same time, I feel that as earlier a child is stimulated to art and to dance, is really good if they want to do this as career, but also as for the development of the brain, surely, and the holistic development of the child. For example, in Europe we have some classes of dance just to explore, to make the children explore their body and their creativity through their body. And I think it's really important to have this approach, because actually, as a human being, we really use the movement to develop ourselves. And I think really our body has a big connection with our inner being also. So as soon as we get this connection between the soul and the physical body, as soon the person or the child became really more conscious. And we were also talking some days ago about the fact that as soon as you start dance, all your cognitive skills also develop. For example, a child who take dance classes has really facility with his memory and with his attention, because as Mrs. Shilpa said, you have to use a lot of things together at the same time. So really, it's enhance your capability. But coming back to the question, I think that it's really important to inspire children, but at the same time not to push them. So let really them free to experience the discipline they want. I see. It's really how to say, funny, because this year I was working in a school of contemporary dance, but my formation is my training is basically as an hip hop dancer. After I get skills in contemporary dance, and I saw these girls who were dancing with me, that they were into really ballet, and taking their lines and they're exploring the contemporary movement. But at the same time, as a 13 years old child, they have all this kind of stimulation that is outside about hip hop and urban culture. So I think it's really good if we can mix, because as you mix, you get more inspiration. But at the same time, at a certain age, it's good to fix your focus on a certain discipline. This is my opinion.
Thank you. Shilpa ma'am, do you want to say something, as you teach a lot of students? So you might be having some insight for this.
Yeah, I completely agree with Benedetta, because I feel, dance has no age, because creativity doesn't have any age. It's about how you want to learn it. For example, there's a family function going on. Everybody's singing and dancing. Um, I am, say, 75 years old. How do I participate? I have a deep interest to perform. I want to be a part of the entire thing. You participate by just moving your hands and legs. It doesn't require any specific training. You connect the group by participating with the joyful movements. But yes, it is important that from the wellness angle, the age of the child depend. It's very important when you start the training in dance, the formal training in dance. It could be any genre. It depends from child to child. Some are, very, very fit and fine at the age of 5. Some take time to develop and understand and connect to dance. So, as Benedetta also said, we request parents not to push them into the art form. Let them explore it, let them enjoy it, and they will find their own ways to develop themselves.
Very true. Okay, so my next question is to you again, Shilpa ma'am. Dance has been used for various reasons, to express, to worship to Lord, during celebrations like you all mentioned, and now even for fitness. So is there a higher purpose to dance than just the word dance and just the dancing part of it?
Um, See, for different people, dance is, they connect to dance very differently. For some, dance is an act of fitness. For some, it is exploring your creative thinking and giving your right brain constant activity. Um, for some, it is worship. Dance by itself, I can say it is meditation, it is worship. And for some, it is just to connect to yourself. So for me, it has been connecting to myself, apart from all these things that I mentioned. So when it helps you explore your, inner qualities, it helps you connect with what you actually want to be, or the person you are, and eventually it helps us connect to him. So I think that's the most beautiful part of dance, and it's about also how people look at how dance is for them.
So you're saying that it helps you connect to the higher purpose, or it helps you meditate better.
It is, I think, both ways. It is meditation which helps me be a better dancer, and it is also more from the wellness angle. As a dancer, how it connects you to the higher purpose. So, what is the higher purpose? Ultimately, we want to connect to the Almighty, go back to the source. So, it has that potential, or dance has that ability, because it first helps you to connect with yourself. So, that's where I see it has a higher purpose. Connecting with yourself itself is a tool or a route to go to the next level.
Very true.
And I also experience sometimes when we can do some improvisation, and we get this inner connection inside. It changed the quality of your expression in dance. So I think, as really Shilpa said, that is a communication also with your inner self and with your higher self, and it's also a way for him to express in this world, I think. So when I think it's good if we connect this aspect with the thing we were talking before, that when we dance and we are connected inside of our heart with our inner self, also it changes the condition of the person, of the people who are watching the dance or sharing the dance with you. So I think it also brings dance to another level, which is yeah, nice.
Thank you. Okay, so the next question is to you, Benedetta. We know that there are various forms of exercise and wellness like yoga, gym, workouts, and now even Zumba, which is like a form of dance but not exactly dancing. A lot of people shy away from dancing, and many do not know that dance is a form of fitness too. So, can you tell us, apart from skill learning, how does dance impact the overall fitness and wellness? Can you throw some light on that for us?
Okay, so the basic of dance is movement. So every time we move, we create a sort of flow or energy that is inside of our body. So every time, even with a dance that is not actually a dance that connects us with our inner self, like Zumba, for example, we create wellness in our body because we let this energy to circulate in our body, and how at the same time our cells get oxygen, our muscles move, so they get stronger, they get fitted. So as any kind of movement and dance, mostly because we use our whole body. So we use the left part, we use the right part of our body. It's an activity that we do in like, for example, a dance class. You do 1 hour of dance class, and sometimes it could be really engaging at the level of your energy, of your breath also, and every time you can sweat dancing a lot also. It's really I think it's really a good form of wellness, actually, because it's really in harmony with your body. If you don't do a really high level of dance, it's not so easy to hurt yourself. Like, it's really good for your body, actually. It's really good. So I would really suggest this kind of wellness to anyone, because it's creating a dynamic that is more complete than just going to the gym and to do push-ups or abs. Yeah, this is my point.
This is a question for you both. Till what age can somebody continue dancing? Like, maybe Shilpa ma'am can tell us first. Till what age can somebody just keep dancing?
As I said, there is no age to dance, stop dancing or learn dancing. You can join in any way you want, you know. So as far as the practical performing aspect of it comes, dance as long as you are internally motivated and your body permits you to. Otherwise, you can always participate as a viewer, you can participate as a critic, you can participate as an enthusiast. And you can participate just by moving your hands and legs. You need not get up and perform.
Yes, you know, we have a classical ballet dancer in Italy that she keep her career till 70 years old and more. So there's really no age, I think, for dances. And as we said before, just moving our head is dancing. Moving our hands is dancing. So no age for.
I think that keeps us young. That keeps everybody young, dancing.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so the next question is the last one, and it's for both of you again. How has heartfulness meditation impacted your careers as dancers? So, like both of you mentioned a lot about connection, a lot about higher power, getting you connecting to the higher power. So, how do you feel that heartfulness meditation has helped you? So, maybe Shilpa ma'am can go first.
Um, I think creativity is at its best when you are calm, composed, and you feel peaceful within. So that's when you know your creativity is at its peak, and that's where heartfulness meditation has helped me a lot. So I feel, I have got the best of ideas to choreograph or explore an idea or how to go about it, innovative approaches, either during meditation or immediately after meditation. So for me, it's been a wonderful journey being a heartfulness practitioner and being in the creative field. While dance takes care of the cognitive abilities, right and left brain alignment, thinking, the connect through dance takes care of your inner alignment. So that's where I think it's been very very connected. Both have been very integrally.
Benedetta?
Yes, I think I really agree with you because meditation puts you in a state of fearless and about no how to say you don't put pressure to yourself. You stop to put pressure on yourself or to just have some requirements to yourself. So every time that I experience this peace and this feeling of let go, I think this is the best moment that dance could express in myself. And I think that it has really changed in my way of dancing, starting meditation and practicing meditation. And it's also about the creativity aspect.
I think that gives a whole lot of new perspective to dance, and I think we'll get, after viewing this, we'll get a lot of more enthusiastic all age people who will get into dancing, and we really hope to meet each other soon after this is over, because I would love to meet both of you, and I would love to continue dancing. In fact, I think when you both were talking, I was almost in tears, and I was feeling bad for the fact that I could not pursue this as a career myself. And I'm stuck with my laptop and my desk right now. But yeah, like y'all said, there is no age limit, so I can start even today. So thank you for that. It means a lot to me, and
Thank you
thank you
too.
for
Yeah,
being there.
I just wanted to say one concluding thing. Uh, See, at many times, I have come across students who want to perform, who want to continue dancing, but for some reason or the other, maybe from their family side, it has not been a very welcome habit, or they've not found enough support and motivation from there. Because many times parents feel that, oh, dance, it's a waste of time. But I think through our discussion everywhere, we've been talking about dance as a wellness aspect. So it not only helps you remain fit, but it helps you remain active. So we must encourage children to dance. We must encourage children to take up any art form for that matter. Dance in particular, because it's the perfect blend. So do not feel that it's a waste of time. Allow them to have an outburst of their energy, outburst of their inner expression, and it will help them come back to their routine activities at double the pace and increased efficiency for sure.
Hi, Benedetta, you are away?
Yeah, my computer just the connection just cut off for some seconds.
Okay. So do you want to say something in conclusion?
I just want to share with you all and to invite everyone to dance every day of their life, even just for some minutes. Just put a music that you love and just dance however you want, because it's really changed the quality of your day. It really gives a different impact, and just do it. Don't care about it.
Thank you so much. Thank you both of you for giving time for this webinar, and it means a lot to all of us, and I really hope everybody enjoyed listening to you both, and I really hope everybody enjoys seeing you both dance someday live. So fingers crossed for that. Okay, so I will just conclude by saying that Heartfulness has many other ventures to reach out to the masses during the COVID also. So you can join the Heartfulness app by downloading Hearts app. Heartfulness also has its master classes which are available online. We also have started a COVID relief fund. So if you want to donate, please go ahead. We have the Heartfulness Wellness webinars. You're watching one of it now. So you can continue watching those more. There is also the Youth 2.0 webinars which are going on. And definitely, last but not the least, Daji, Dr. Kamlesh Patel speaks with Mr. Adizes on this Friday. So don't miss that. And with that, we conclude the webinar. Thank you so much again, both of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.